or if we don't have time to do baked goods, then we'll provide like a pot of soup to the wake or something like that, just as a way of getting out and giving back to the community. And we'll try and volunteer at community events. That's something we're gonna work towards right now, just so they're getting out in the community and showing some leadership.
Definitely there is a lot of success stories. We have, for example, I know a lot of people say, but Alwyn Pichet is one. He's played on the national team, the Canadian national team for volleyball, and he was actually the one that just put on our volleyball camp here in Loche during the Christmas break, and he's made it all the way over there. We have a bunch of hockey players in our community that play junior hockey. We actually have a very strong hockey team in our community. We have actually a couple of them, but the Loche Rejects, that's one of the teams that we have in our community. Very strong. We have some good players. We go out and win a lot of tournaments throughout the year and that. So a lot of representation back. We have success stories in our community, and we try to showcase them as much as we possibly can, and give them to the youth as role models and leaders for the future.
My perspective changed quite a bit. When we first moved to town, there is not of employment in this town. And I was kind of looking around to what to do, and I started substitute teaching, which I enjoyed quite a bit, but I was seeing the kids under more of a, how could I put it? I was more looking at them as students all the time, you know, students that had to do their work, students that had things that I had to make them do. Now, looking through this perspective on these kids, looking at them through the eyes of a facilitator who's trying to get them to open up to themselves as a prevention method to make better decisions in their life, the kind of facilitating that we do with them, it's very rewarding, but not just on a personal level. Just to see these kids week to week, you work with them. Like personally, I started in January with Project Venture, and to see them get better and better and better every week, and just their socialization amongst each other too, the amount of respect that they have for one another, the amount of teamwork, team building that they do together is unbelievable. So.
And what I get out of the program is, I guess, the connection that I have with every kid that I work with. Like, it's like I have 200 best friends. Like, and I love being there and they're there when I need them. Like, even if it's just a hug when I'm in the school, they give it to me. I guess I like that when I need them, they're there, and if they need me, they know they could count on me, and that I am that responsible adult that they could have in their life. I guess that's what I get out of it, yeah.
How does it make you feel to be a part of this?
Absolutely proud. My dream, I started school before this program even came about, and I wanted to be a teacher. So when I went to school and I took the one Dene class that they had offered there, I was thinking about how amazing it would be to bring something like that to the school, and then to bring it all the way up to grade 12, and then to continue even in university to have classes that was in our language about our culture, because it helps us, right? So I became a teacher, came back here, and then we started the program. So this is like my dream job, to be in grade 2 and then to be teaching it in Dene.
I think mostly the main thing that I get out of, I don't know, I do a lot of grant writing, a lot of proposals, and I put forth a lot of ideas. I think it's the drive in me that just wants to keep going. I want to make things better in our community for people. Even though I hit a lot of roadblocks at times, I'm sort of the catalyst, the spark plug, so to speak, that wants to get out in the community, wants to get things done. I want to change things. I want to make Loche better. It can be better, it should be better, and it will be better. I mean, definitely, it has that potential. To me, at the end of the day, I take satisfaction and pride in my work. I like it when people say to me, you know, Leonard, good job. You've done a lot of good things for our community. And that's a positive. It's always a positive. I try to instill it in my staff. I look after, at times, upwards of maybe 15 to 20 people, staff people, try to encourage them to be the best that they can be, not only for themselves, but for our community. Because every change that we make in our community, it's a positive and we can see it.
Because nowadays people are more interested in like games and everything, so we gotta pass it on to our like generations.
And people should start coming to school, need education, and
Become what they want to be.
because in the future, I hear that you're gonna need a job and things are gonna go hard, no money and stuff.
You need your 12th grade education.
And I need that number on the door.
The purpose of this music is to try to preserve the Dene language, and the best way to do that, I think, and my Auntie Mary thinks, is teaching children, and that they're the future generation. They're the ones that are going to carry on that language. So I think they're the most important ones to reach and teach them the Dene language.
So that's part of some of our culture, like the birch bark canoe. That's what our ancestors used. The tent. People in this region used to live off the land, like they followed the animals, and that's how it was never settled at the community. Like they always followed the animals and lived in the bush that way. That was the lifestyle that they had. They really enjoyed doing stuff like this, and passing on the knowledge that I have anyway with the kids, and we use the elders quite a bit.
Because we need something to do in the Loche for the youth and to keep them busy, to stay out of gangs and whatnot.
What's jigging about?
I don't know, it's just our traditional thing we do.
The program, I strongly believe in the program, the community believes in the program, the teachers believe in the program. We were backed up by the administration in both schools 100%, and I think the reason they are backing us up 100% is because they see themselves how the kids are reacting to the program. The amount of friendships that grow through it, the amount of support that the students give each other, the behavior towards one another is extremely positive. So to me, I'd say, yeah, the program can only go up from now, and it's very good things have come from it. Now we're gonna have to just try getting funding to keep getting it going. And I think it's what this town needs.
It's not bad, you know. I mean, we're from here, we live here, and we see good things happening, you know.
My goals are to go to school after I graduate and become a youth worker with the Friendship Center.
And what do you see yourself doing here down the road?
I see myself like still working with youth because they're our future. Like they're gonna be our leaders some days.
I'd like to encourage a lot of the youth to certainly take part of our culture here and to continue to teach and learn about our tradition here, and to keep on like with the language program that we have in the school here as well. Like that's some of the we're one of the luckiest communities in the north here. I think like we still keep our language is pretty still strong, and that's a good thing.
No matter where you go, you can approach people and they won't turn you away. So
there's a lot of people, and everyone knows everyone. It's a great town.
There's like always a band or something going on.
And everyone gets together. It's really great.
The Loche is the place to be.
That guy walking on the ice over there.
Positive. The Loche is like one of the friendliest towns that I know. I know no one will ever go hungry here. People from out of town come, they always have a place to stay, or someone will help them out. If someone's stuck on the side of the road, I know people will pull over to help them out. And it's just the people, it's like any other city. You hang, there's the good people and then there's the not so good people. It's just the same here. Just because of the smaller population doesn't mean the whole town's like that. And like I know like a lot of successful people, like we have doctors that came out of this town, lawyers, and it's just
Youth workers.
And just don't judge a book by its cover.
And the oceans were calm and peaceful in the summer night. When we were young, we watched the world go round. When we were young, they couldn't put us down. And we never wanted this to turn around. No one on the face of earth could ever change this world from me. When we were young, we fought.
I think a lot of people, it happened for me for sure. A lot of people take for granted the things that are offered here, and people always comment on how boring and there's nothing here, there's nothing here. And I used to feel that way too. But I moved away and I've lived in a city before. I've lived in different towns, and then coming back and seeing that it doesn't happen anywhere else, that we can go ice fishing when we feel like it, that we can go up north and have these picnics and to go swim in the rivers and the lakes, and all that is free to us, and that we can walk into anybody's house and then sit down, have a cup of coffee and a great conversation. Like it doesn't happen anywhere else, and that we should be so happy that we come from a place that's so together like that, and it's a community.
I hopefully that the video, when it's done and completed, that people out there in the world will say, hey, Loche is not that bad of a place. I've lived here for over 14 years. I'm still here. I'm still alive, and it's not that bad, folks. It's just a community that's going through a lot of growing pains right now, and it's like I say, our community, 60% under the age of 35 in our community, and we're close to 4,000 with the reserve located next to us. It's a lot of youth, and it's anytime when you get a lot of youth, you get a lot of issues with it. So we're working at it.
You were telling me about one of your songs that was about your culture. Can you tell me a little bit about that song?
That song is called Nachalani, and what that means is your heritage or your culture. That's a Dene word. And that song was about kind of like a Dene anthem. The message of that song was be proud of your Dene heritage, preserve your culture, respect the land, just a positive message about the Dene culture.
Tôi cái gì cha siêu hoàn lưu sinh